You're a victim of child sexual abuse or know of a victim of child sexual abuse and the predator was a family member, a well-known person within the community, someone that was within your tribe or your network, I warn you, please speak up to those of similar age groups, those who had contact with that predator. More than likely, other children, other adolescents would become victims of something similar. Now, what we usually see is that, yes, a predator may target a specific child, but we generally see their behavior around children quite similar. Now, this discussion I had recently with my younger sister about the behavior of the predator that was in the family. My predator was an uncle. Now, we had asked all the children at the time if anyone had been in contact with him in any of those weird ways that could be described as inappropriate behavior, inappropriate discussion, anything that could go along the lines of being abused as a child. Now, it came to light that many of them had instances where there was just inappropriate talk, touching, feeling on the outside of clothes, grabbing, groping, a lot of grooming. These were all techniques of grooming. Now, one of the biggest things that happens here is if someone does come out and has the discussion about, hey, I was molested as a child by so-called family predator or close-knit circle of community, someone that you knew, other children have been affected. Now, please allow the conversation to be very open because unfortunately, it comes to show that people will look at it as there is a worse situation and a kind of better situation to be in. They're all the same shit. Whether you were groped, whether you were only physically touched on the outside, or if you were only spoken to inappropriately, or if you were all the way down the track of completely molested, people are looking at it as if they are two different things. They are one and the same. They still create psychological warfare for the child. They still create trauma, and they are still absolutely illegal and completely the wrong way to behave with a child. So a lot of children will then look at, oh, okay, but their scenario or his or her scenario was worse than mine, so mine is irrelevant. And that is one thing I want to make clear. It is not irrelevant. It is totally relevant. It is totally the same situation. This can cause your own traumas, your own psychological warfare, your own issues with your own sexuality, with your own mental health. And locking that away and holding that back just because there are other children out there that have experienced something worse, so-called, is not the right response, because there is no worse. It is all bad. It is all wrong. It is all inappropriate, and it is all damaging. Now, when I had this conversation with my younger sister, we discussed that, yes, other things happened with other children and with herself and the other sister, and it came to my attention that because I had been so deeply affected by the situation and so deeply put on show in this scenario of me speaking out, it almost muted other people's conversation, and obviously was not my intention. But over the years, it was lucky that we opened the communication up. We discussed, because it allowed for those honest conversations to be had with everyone else. Now, in the process over the years, I had another cousin come out from another person that did the same thing. You'll start finding a lot of people may feel a bit more comfortable over time to have these discussions. So please don't be afraid to, if you are confident enough and comfortable enough to have the discussion, especially if the predator has been someone that is well known within your community or your family, please speak out, because it can help others who are in the same environment as you at the same time that are more than likely being affected. Remember, the predator's behavior doesn't just turn on and off. This is them. This is who they have chosen to be. And this is a character trait that they will hold with them their whole life, because it's not repairable or something you can rehab. It is something that is wrong with them because they choose to do wrong. So if you have been a victim, please speak out. Please make sure those around you have an opportunity to also speak out. Please make sure that you communicate, you keep the channels open, in particular if the predator was someone that is well known to your family, because I guarantee you someone else may have felt awkward, uncomfortable, felt like there was an inappropriate situation that happened, or there could be the possibility that it has happened to someone else with that same person. Please speak out.